Hello fam, I'm Yusef and this is my first streaming setup. So I grabbed the nearest table I could find. It's small but we have to start somewhere. I took the nearest chair as well. But the table height wasn't good enough and I didn't have a tripod back then. I used wooden planks to elevate my camera, but for you could use spare items such as books. I play mobile games, so I use pillows to prop my elbows. You could use any spare device with the camera as your hand cam. But since it tends to fall off, I took some dumbbells and placed it on top of the old iPad. For audio, I'm using the HyperX Cloud Alpha. I use the detachable mic for my live stream. This end of the microphone connects to my device. And we're all set to stream, but before we start, we have to open the camera app. I press start recording and then switch apps to my camera. Live streaming with the phone is very difficult. When I first started out, my hands used to get out of frame. And this little thing that I placed to remind me where the center was didn't help because I was too focused on the game. I was using my phone to record this footage, so I'll leave it to your imagination. The solution I found for this is to use another set of dumbbells. Boom! Okay, this takes time to get used to, especially when there are times that I tend to move the dumbbells. It's not a quality setup, but I had to make do with what I have. And what I have is Sony Vaio 2013, and it's not enough to run OBS, let alone connect a USB port to use as a webcam because it tends to lag, so I only use it to read comments. As much as I wanted to reveal my face, I couldn't. But nevertheless, my page grew again and again and again. So thank you very much for enduring that very terrible audio and video quality.
Si Joker. Naku, next game ka na, Joker.
Just in case you noticed from the previous clip, after a few months, I found a spare tripod in our home. So I used it. And this is the reason why I didn't have a setup reveal in 2021. There isn't even enough room to walk. This is the only clip I had of my 2021 self and I look so yellow, but at least you have an idea of how my setup looks like. Yep, I just cleaned up. Still looks the same. It's September 2022 and I'm still using the dumbbells, but it's now 12 pounds. And the boom arm you just saw holds this mic. The mic will fall forward without it, and I cannot clip it to the plastic table because the table's too thick. The decade-old desktop speaker is kind of broken and I'm using a second-hand keyboard. It's Razer Black Widow Chroma V2. Beside it is the Ducky Pocket calculator, which is sometimes used for work and it also works as a numpad. It connects via USB port to serve as a computer numpad. My previous Samsung 22-inch monitor became my vertical monitor to read the comments. This year, I've also started to learn to use the Stream Deck to launch everything I need with just a press of a single button. For those who are wondering, this is the Black Shark cooler that I use during my streams. It cools my phone quite well, but I guess this will only fit phones and not iPads or tablets. And finally, this here is the FlyDigi Fingersleeves 2020. I use an iPhone 12 and I need the adapter, Lightning Digital AV adapter, to connect this to my computer via the HDMI port, whose other end is connected to the Elgato HD60 Pro. And that's it for my setup from 2020 to 2022. You're all welcome to drop by to my stream, but I stream in Tagalog. Pilipino po ako. But don't worry, this YouTube channel will always remain in English. Pero kung hindi, maglalagay na lang ako ng English subtitles. A quick message from me to you about my streaming journey. Like everybody else, I started small, as in zero. Nobody knew me, and then I used my extra device, which is the laptop back then, to have one viewer. I was watching myself. So I would like to thank each and every one of you who's silently watching the screen right now till the end of this video. Thank you so much. It really means a lot that I could not call myself a small streamer anymore, but rather a decent streamer with a decent following. I didn't expect a nobody like me could ever reach this point, and I don't even know if this YouTube channel will go somewhere or maybe I'll become a big YouTuber someday, but I did enjoy the process of creating content, of teaching you stuff, of making you laugh, of the times we had together in chat. And I don't know what the future holds rather, but thank you. And until then, see you. Music.